Okay, so today we will be covering Watchlist, which is a feature in Resolution Engine that lets you track entities of your interest and stay on top of proceedings in NCLTs for those entities. So, for those who are new to Resolution Engine is an online platform that connects all the participants in the IBC ecosystem. In previous webinars, we covered some of the other aspects, such as leads management, case management, how to manage claims, meetings, e-votings, etc. So the topic of uh, today's 30-minute webinar series episode is to talk about watch lists. So to start with, what is watch list? We're all familiar with watch lists in our portfolios. We all use watch lists for stocks and our investments. Basically, a watch list serves the purpose of notifying you whenever an object of your interest uh, sees any activity of interest. Okay, so in the context of IBC, what watch list means is that if there are entities, they might be individuals or companies that you wish to track for appearance in cause lists, you can add them in the watch list on Resolution Engine and be notified as and when their name comes up in any of the watch lists in any of the benches of any NCLTs in India. So how does this work? Um, it's a four-step process. You start with creating your account on Resolution Engine. You go to watch list section and you create your watch list and you add the entities. They might be individuals or they might be companies to your watch list, and you save your watch list. So what the system does is that every day we match your watch list with the cause lists of all the NCLT benches and notify you as and when, whether it's a new case or an IA filed in an existing case, you get notified by an email. So how does this work is that we have a nearest match algorithm. What it does is it tries to match the entity of your interest that appears in your watch list with the names of both uh, petitioners and respondents in a cause list. And once a nearest match is found, you're notified. Um, as I said, you can track both companies as well as individuals. This especially comes in handy, because individuals might include personal guarantors that might appear both in original CPs as well as in IAs. Now, what you can also do is create multiple watch lists. So you're not restricted to just one watch list. You can create multiple watch lists. Okay. Let's go to the next slide, Zubia. Okay, maybe you can skip to the next one. Okay, we will head into the demo now. We'll show you what watch list is, how they are created, what are the benefits, and how you get notified. Okay, so Zubia, let's
Yeah,
head into the system and show how do we set up a watch list.
sure. Thanks, Sushant. So as we have already discussed, in order to get started, you'll first need to log in into your account or sign up if you're a new user. And since Resolution Engine offers services for both IPs as well as non-IP users, this watch list is also available for both of them, so anyone can use it. So yes, let's get started. So in my case, I've already logged in as an IP. And once you're logged in, the process is super straightforward. You just need to head over to the watch list section menu that you see on your left. And this is the watch list dashboard that you see here. So I have a number of watch lists created. So one with the creditor list, I'm also tracking some MSMEs, and there are also real estate companies. So you can manage, create and manage multiple watch lists. So if you're setting up your watch list first time, so as mentioned already, you just need to create your watch list, add entities of your interest, and then you can just choose the plan that fits your needs and get started. And in this case, I've already set up my watch list. Now I'll tell you how to create a new watch list further, and also to manage how to manage them. Right. So to do that, you need to just simply click on this button that you see on the screen that says create new watch list, and just name your watch list. So it can be anything that you want to name them. So in my case, I want to tag a number of suppliers. So I'll just name the watch list as suppliers, and just click on the add button that you see. And once your watch list is created and is active, you can now add entities of your interest, or where you have given your consent, or your suppliers that you need to track to. So to do that, again, simply hit the add new button, add in the name of your interest. It can be anything. Let's say I want to track powers, so just add the name and hit add. So in this way, I'll keep adding the entities of my interest. So what it does is, once you have created your watch list and added the entity, we do the monitoring for you. And whenever any of these entities appears in cost list across any NCLT benches across India, you'll be notified via resolution engine. So let's say I have this creditor list with number of entities in it. Let's say there's some Rexona tiles, there's some other entities that I've added. So now whenever I get notified via email, I'll be getting an email notification. So let's take a look at what a notification looks like. So yes, this is the email notification that I'll be receiving via resolution engine. Very informative. It includes all the key details that you would need, such as the name of the company, that is actually the Rexona Tiles Private Limited, and then the petitioner name, where it is being listed, and the date of listing, and so on and so forth. So you even have a direct link to access the cost list. So if you're wondering where it is you would need further details, you can just access the cost list from here. And yeah, I think everything that you need in order to get notified is here. So there's no more risk of missing out on anything important. So whether it is a case of an company, or if it's an individual case, like in this case I've added uh, an individual name, so even that match is found and an email notification is being triggered. So yes, um, that's it. That's how we track the entities and notify you of anything uh, every day via emails. So I think
Thank you,
that
Zubia.
would be all from my end, Sushant. So if you would like
Okay.
to add anything, you can go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thanks. So now that you know what a watch list is, let's look at some of the use cases and how a watch list actually comes in handy. So we'll start with the benefit to the insolvency professionals and insolvency professional entities. And the biggest use for them for this user base is in business development. So what IPs and IPEs can use watchlists for is to track distressed assets within your partner banks, ARCs, and financial institutions. So if you know, if you already have partnerships with banks and uh, you know or you have a target portfolio of distressed assets that you wish to track, you can easily track it using watch lists, and you can get notified in real time because timing is everything. Uh, of course, there's competition between IPs and IPEs to get the share of business, and there's definitely an early mover advantage for IPEs and IPs to solicit the banks and come up with resolution strategies in advance um, to get appointed or to get the assignments and mandates in your name. So, so this is the main advantage of having cause lists, watch lists for tracking causeless. What's more, we are coming up with a smart leads feature in May, where you'll simply enter the names of the banks who you are empaneled with. Okay, and we'll notify you if there's an application filed in any NCLT bench where your bank is the highest creditor. So what that means is you get an advanced knowledge of potential business opportunities where you can solicit um, business from the banks where you're already empaneled. And it's not necessary that you have to be empaneled with banks, but it's the likelihood of you getting that business increases if you are already empaneled with that bank and you get early notification even way before that case is admitted. So so for example, you're empaneled with State Bank of India. There's a new application filed where State Bank of India is the highest creditor. So you get notified using Smart Leads feature. And this way you stay ahead of competition. And another benefit is that you can track IAs as well. So it's not just new applications. Even in cases where, say, you are already appointed as an IRP or an RP, you can track applications. You can track IAs in those cases, and that involves the entity of your interest. And it could be either as a petitioner or as a respondent, and you'll get notified. So you're aware in real time what's happening with those assignments, and you don't have to rely on lawyers to give you updates. And generally, you get them after it's too late. And it also it also leaves on table the value of being the first in queue to have advanced information and be able to strategize early with the committee of creditors or other stakeholders as to what the strategy should be given this new information. Okay. So that's the advantage to IPs and IPEs. But there's also advantage to banks and financial institutions, because when banks and financial institutions put their distressed assets in the watch list, they can get notified when a third party, so for example, an operational creditor, has initiated an application against one of their accounts. Okay, so that's an advantage to them. And in December last year, the Ministry of Finance had a meeting with leading banks to coordinate with each other on CIRP matters, especially where they have a consortium lending kind of arrangement. So this is also where Watchlist comes in handy, because when one bank knows about an activity in one of the accounts and they know it's a consortium lending case, they can promptly reach out to other consortium members, come up with a strategy, and manage the direction of that CIRP, potential CIRP proceedings by whatever the tools available at their disposal, by prompting the corporate debtor or the potential corporate debtor in that case to negotiate or settle. So as you can see, early knowledge has an advantage. The same thing applies to operational creditors as well. So if you are a provider of goods and services, and you know that an application has a CIRP, say Section 7 or 9 application has been initiated by one of your biggest customers, you can take early action. You can renegotiate the payment terms or the deals of engagement with this distressed party now, and you can safeguard your interest. This is also true for buyers, because if one of their suppliers is showing signs of distress, they can effectively manage their supply chain risk, and they can renegotiate the terms of engagement with their suppliers, and the payment terms, as well as any delivery guarantees or product warranties can be renegotiated. So that's an advantage to to those buyers. And finally, this advantage of watchlist usage and advanced knowledge of CRP activity across incentive benches to home buyers as well. If you're a home buyer and you have booked an apartment in ABC Builder and you want to know that during the course of construction you want to be active and track if there's any adverse um, uh, activity against this builder, this real estate company, you can add them in a watch list and get notified real time if there's any adverse action that happens. Whether it doesn't have to be a Section 7 application. It could even be an operational issue, which is an early indication of a sign of distress with that real estate player. So as you can see, information is the key here, and getting early information puts you in a position of advantage because you can now take action way before the key event happens, which could be, say, admission of a case or um, filing of a particular IA that might have consequence and so on. So you basically know ahead of time what to anticipate, um, organize the stakeholders, and make strategies to deal with that situation early. Okay, so with that, I think we have covered all the key aspects of a watch list. I'll pause here and take any questions if you may have. And yeah, happy to respond. Okay, if there are no questions, we will stop this recording and we can close this call. Uh, the recording is always available on our website. So if you want to revisit what we discussed today or want to look at any of the previous webinars that we had prior, please feel free to do so. And we'd be happy to obtain any feedback or suggestions from you as you have it. So yeah, that would be all from our side. Okay, everyone, I'll give you a few minutes back and